everybody, and welcome back to Yo-Ho Vlogger Life for Me video blog. And there's some new Walt Disney World updates that I wanted to share with everybody. The first thing, that just today Disney World announced that the Frozen Summer Fun has been extended to September 28th. But after September 1st, they'll only be doing it on Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays if your trip is planned from them. And that there's a new standby policy for Be Our Guest lunch. Basically, it's just going to be like the old Fast Pass system where you put your park ticket in. You have to be a Walt Disney World Resort guest in order to do this, unfortunately. But I actually just planned my trip, and I might try to do this when we're down there. But it gives you a paper ticket with a time to come back for lunch. And let's see, Fantasia Gardens opened a week early ahead of schedule if you're heading down and that's something that you wanted to do. And the last thing was that the Ticket Transit Authority has a new color scheme and updates to it. And the topic for this week, I thought I'd talk about the Disney College program since I talk about it all the time. Their motto is living, learning, and earning. And any major can apply. Also, they have an international program, so if you're international, if you ever notice when you've been to Epcot, they always have people from each country. And I made friends with a bunch of people that worked over in the international pavilion, so it's something to look into. The international program is usually a year to 2 years. I was friends with a guy from Botswana, and he kept extending. I think he was there for like 2.5 years, but yeah. And nowadays, you either have a phone interview or a Skype interview. Back in the day when I did it, they toured all the colleges in the United States, and they would have a big information session, and they would do group interviews back then. And you can live in, there's multiple complexes. I think there's 4 or 5 different complexes now, and the international students were separate. Back when I did my program, the only thing different about the international complex is that they had washer and dryers in the actual apartment, but where I lived, you had to go down to the bottom floor and put quarters in the washer and dryer. But they're really nice complexes. The one that I lived in, it was called Vista Way, and it had 2 pools, 2 hot tubs, sand volleyball, basketball, a clubhouse where you could, tennis courts, you could rent out tennis rackets. They had a weight room. Back in the day when I was there, I think rent was like 60 to 80 bucks a week, and they automatically took it out of your paycheck, so you didn't have to worry about it, and you didn't have to pay utilities or anything. And you had your own mailbox that you shared with your apartment. There's wellness apartments and non-wellness. If you're under 21, I think they automatically put you in a wellness apartment. No alcohol is allowed in that apartment, but what else? And they are fully furnished. It comes with all the silverware, the plates, couches. In the bedrooms, it's 2 twin beds, 2 nightstands, a big dresser that you split in half between the 2 of you, in a walk-in closet with 2 lockers in there, and you just need to remember to bring your own lock. Let's see, and you basically go to seminars depending on what the schedule is for the seminars. It's been so long. You just learn how Disney did their business, and for my college, I was a hotel management student, but any major can do this, like I said before. And you can do a master's degree or a doctorate. I got a master's, and one of my roommates, she got a doctorate. And for my college, I just had to write 8 papers on different aspects on how Disney does their business and what I learned on my program. And let's see. Of course, I made my lifelong friends. Sometimes you think you're going to be friends with the same people you were with in high school. I did the college program in 1999 and 2000, and I'm still really good friends with a lot of people that I lived with and lived next to and worked with and that kind of thing. I'm actually just booked my trip for my very first college program. One of my roommates, we're going down in 34 days. so that'll be exciting and fun. I haven't seen her in a couple years. And you make what your program, like my first program, I worked in a resort at All-Star Music, and I went out of my way to meet someone in HR, and on one of my days off, I shadowed the girl in HR to see if that was something that I wanted to do, and she was really nice. I got to go to some of the Disney corporate meetings with her, and basically you just need to go over and beyond if it's something that you want to do and you want to work at Disney. Have your manager introduce you to somebody in your area, or if they know somebody that could help you out with your career goals. And it absolutely helped me with my shyness all through high school. If someone even talked to me, I would turn beet red. And when I came back, all my friends and family said I was a completely different person. And working in Fantasyland attractions, that's what I did my second time. And it forced me to be outgoing, and you talk to so many people every day, and you had to talk on the loudspeaker. This was before everything was automated. I had to memorize emergency spiels, the Dumbo spiel, and all sorts of stuff. And it also made me very independent. It was the first time that I was ever away from home, and I loved it so much that I went back the next year too. And some of the roles that you can do are quick service food and beverage. That's what I did my very first program. That's the easiest way to get in, because that's the most roles that they have. You can be a lifeguard, you can work in merchantainment, retail, attractions, which I did my second time, hospitality, custodial, and there's a lot more roles, but like I said, you have a better chance of getting in if you don't mind doing the quick service food and beverage. The program's changed a lot. I heard it's a lot harder to get in to the program now, and they don't take as many people. The program's changed a lot, but I'm not sure what they look for. Just be yourself and be honest. Some of the, like if you have arrests and stuff like that, as long as you're honest with them, I think a lot of people have issues with that sometimes, but I didn't have anything like that. And they do have advanced internships. Like, I know people that worked at guest services in Magic Kingdom after their regular program. And just because you intern there once doesn't mean you'll be accepted again. It depends on how many points you get and what your review is like at your last job. And some of the good things from the program, I'm not sure if they still do it, but they had a like mock prom. And when I was there in 1999, we had ours at the Animal Kingdom at night after the park was closed, and it was really, really cool. And my second program, I didn't go because it was the first week I was there, and you didn't really know anybody yet, so I didn't go. And the best thing I would say about the program is that it's an absolute resume booster. I wouldn't have the job that I have today without Disney being on my resume, because it let me put my foot in the door. I just have a 2-year degree, hospitality degree, but it definitely put my foot in the door, and most people ask me a million questions about Disney when I have interviews and stuff. But I just got a new job recently because I was on unemployment, and Disney definitely helped in my interview. And if you ever have any questions about the Disney College program, feel free to comment below or send me an email. And if you have any questions about Disney, planning, and all that stuff too. Thanks, and remember, subscribe. Bye.